Hi, good evening all. Welcome to Inside the Numbers. Yes, I got the new lighting system up, so if I look a little different, it's going to take some time, guys, to get all this adjusted, okay? I'm going to do a small video on it to show you guys what I see here. I'm in love with this system, guys, I swear. Before I get into this video, I'm in love with the fact there's half the wires on my floor there used to be. The studio feels bigger, which is very bizarre. I'm able to push the camera back a little further now than before because I don't have that stand in the middle. I'm using it for one of these, and I got a twin stand of that. Big stands here. You'll see in the small video anyway. Guys, I came up with an idea for a video on Inside the Numbers, and I want to talk about our current depth because going into this season, I think we're all feeling this team is deeper, maybe than we anticipated just 2 short years ago, what we were dealing with. I believed it. I did. You guys can check the videos. I've always believed that with the youngsters, we're on the right track. I've been through a rebuild before, guys, with this team. Keep that in mind. So it's not like I have all this hockey knowledge. No, I have the experience of going through the early 80s rebuild of this team that really wasn't completed because Scotty had lost his job, right? So I'm going to flip it over. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to explain what I did here, all right? Now, guys, I'm just going to call it current depth, I guess, this video. What I've done is I've outlined the 16 teams that have scored more goals than us, or equal goals. We are actually tied for 16th last year. And the depth of those teams, okay? So the goals scored, the players with 50 points, and the players with 90 points. And you're wondering why 90 points, not 100, because 100 is rare. And 90 point is considered a star, really, in this league. 90 points, even back in the day, it's always been kind of the threshold is 90. Once you hit the 90 points, you're hitting more than 1 point a game, and it's kind of star status. So let's take a look at it, guys. We'll talk about it, okay? So we're going to go over these years, and there's some glaring statistics here. So let's take a look at this. All right, so 74-75, still we're in the shadow of that year, guys, till we break through and win a Stanley Cup. This will always be the team that sets the bar, just so you know. 74-75, 354 goals. We had 9 players, 9, which leads the board right away. 9 players with 50 points or more, and 3 players with 90 points or more. I guess you can name which 3. All right, 75-76, 1 short year later, we had 8 players with 50 points or more, but only 1 player with 90 points or more. 339 goals that year. Coming in at third, the 1992-93 Buffalo Sabres, 335 goals, 5 players with 50 or more points, 3 players with 90 or more points. See, we had the star status, guys. We didn't have the depth, right? Look, 5 over here, 9, almost double, almost. So we had 5 guys, 3 of them were 90-point guys, and only 2 other guys with 50 points or more. And if you're wondering why McGillney, the LaFontaine-McGillney era was unsuccessful come playoff time, that's why. We didn't have depth. We just had stars, but no depth. All right, so number 4, 1980-81 Buffalo Sabres, 327 goals for, 8 guys with 50 points or more, 0 guys with 90 points. 79-80, one of my all-time favorite teams, 318 goals. We had 8 guys with 50 points or more, and 1 guy with 90 points or more per row. So number 6, 82-83, our young team. Okay, look at that. We matched the goals. Look at that. The goals for was the same thing as the 79-80 Sabres a few short years later. So 318 goals. But get this, only 4 guys on this list, on this team, I should say, 50 or more points. 0 in the 90 points. And that team came 1 goal away from the Final Four in the playoffs. You would have thought things were going to get better, and here it is the next year, 83-84, 315 goals. 5 guys had 50 or more points. 1 guy had 90 points and up. And rounding off this side of the board, 81-82 Sabres, 307 goals for. 7 guys, 50 or more points. 0 hit 90. And you're seeing a pattern, right? 90 is not easy to achieve, guys. Take a look at all the zeros on the board. You know, half practically. And this is the highest scoring teams in our history. So think about it. All right, 76-77 Sabres, 301 goals for, 7 guys with 50 or more points, 1 guy with 90. And some of your favorites for some of you younger folks, 2006-2007 Sabres, the Slug team that won the Presidents, 298 goals for, 7 guys with 50 points or more, only 1 guy with 90 points. I believe Briere. 85-86 Sabres, 296 goals for that year, and 6 guys 50 points or more, 0 guys got 90 points. It's not an easy threshold to hit. Number 12, 1990-91 Buffalo Sabres. This is the pre-LaFontaine era. 292 goals for, 6 guys with 50 points or more, 1 guy hit the 90s. If I was to guess, I'd probably say Pierre Turgeon, I'm pretty sure. 13, the 1988-89 Buffalo Sabres, 291 goals for. Only 4 guys hit 50 points or more, 0 hit 90. The 84-85 Buffalo Sabres, after 83-84, you see here, they started dropping. This is why Scotty lost his job eventually. The production wasn't coming, but it was a young team. 84-85 Sabres, 290 goals for. 4 guys hit 50 points or more, 0 hit 90. And here we go, 1991-92 Buffalo Sabres. When the McGillney-LaFontaine era started, basically, when LaFontaine came over. 289 goals for that year. Only 4 guys hit 50 points or more. And you're wondering why we didn't win a cup in that era or why we didn't go deep in the playoffs. There it is, guys. That's why we weren't a deep team. We were star-studded. You know, we had some, not maybe like this team now, though. We'll talk about that. But of those 4 guys, 3 of them hit 90 points or more. And that would have been McGillney, LaFontaine, Andrechuk. So, and the last one on the list, guys, the 77-78 Buffalo Sabres, when they started to fade, away from the French connection was still together. They had 1 more year after this. 288 goals for. 6 guys had 50 points or more. 0 had 90. So you see the pattern. Half the board, half the seasons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 16 have 0. Then out of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 16 have 1. This is not an easy thing to get as a guy on the team with 90 points, right? So let's go into last year. Okay. And we'll look at it, and we'll break this down a bit, guys, because let me just get our current number there. Because, oh yeah, well, it's tied with here. So we had 288 goals. Right? 50 or more, and 90 or more. And let's take a look at it, guys. Right. So, that was last year. 288 goals for, tied with the 77-78 Buffalo Sabres. Funny, eh? We're all excited about the 288. That year was discouraging, back then because the bar was so high. Okay, and we had 6 guys with 50 or more points last year. 1 with 90, Tage. Tage had 94. Now, Victor Olofsson, if he wasn't such a slump case, would have cut this list and got 50 points. That's about it. Owen Power, Jack Quinn, too young. Peterka, too young. Okposo, too old. Krebs, too young. You know what I mean? This is the thing that's against us right now is the youth, right? Last year, not this year. Last year. So here's the question, guys. Why I made this video. Can the Sabres do this? The hell with the rest of everything. What about the top? Can we do it? Are the Sabres capable of getting 3 guys with 90 points? Let's take a look and talk about it, okay? Tage Thompson, yes. Yes, he's capable. I don't think Skinner is. I know he had 82 points last year. He's 30. He's 30. No Skinner. Skinner's not he just can't. Okay, Alex Tuch, guys. Alex Tuch's coming into his prime years now. 79 points last year in 74 games. What if he played 8 more games? Could have he got 11 points? Yes. Alex Tuch cuts this list. I don't think that was a career year for Tuch. I think there's better years left, right? Guys, I'm going to just play around with the lights while I'm talking. I'm at 75. I'm going to pump it up to 80. No, I'm going to pump it up to 85. Okay, just so I can see in the video after. It's probably too bright, but let me play around with it just so I know. So Alex Tuch, I say yes. So Thompson, Tuch are 2 potential 90-point guys, right? Rasmus Dahlin, yes. Here's the thing, guys. Dylan Cousins, yes. 4 guys I think are potential 90-point players. Now, what happens if we get this all in the same year? Right? What if they do it next year? Can you imagine what a powerhouse we'd be if next year, and let's look at 50-point guys, okay? And I'm going to count these guys in, okay? So let's look at 50-point guys. Like Okposo, no, he won't do it. I'm just looking down lower. All right, we'll start from the top. It'll be easier. Thompson, yes. Skinner, yes. Tuch, yes. Dahlin, yes. That's 4. Cousins, yes. 5. Middlestat, yes. 6. So the 6 from last year, I think, can get 50 points again this year. Victor Olofsson, yes, he could. Yes. That's 7. Jack Quinn won't be there. Owen Power, yes, I think he will do it. That's 8. JJ Peterka, yes, guys, yes. 9. And Peyton Krebs could. 10. So that's my point of this video, guys. Okay? Forecast. Goals for. We'll come back to that in a sec. 50-point guys. 90-point guys. If everything goes right, guys, this is actually possible. And I'm not pulling your chains and trying to get your hopes up, guys. I'm really not. This is actually possible. We are so deep in talent now. We are so star-studded with first-rounders. How many times years ago, guys, did I say be patient? Goals for. You know what? That's the kind of goals for we would have to have this year, 330, for something like this to happen. And you'll say, yeah, but they had 354 here, right? And it was 9-3. Yes, that's true. But I'm taking into consideration 82 game schedule, first of all. You know, for this, not for this, but for this. And here, this team was very young, guys. You got to keep in mind, this was more of a young franchise than anything. We probably had more older guys, I would say, than this team right now. But our stars were young guys on this team. So the 354 for me is a bit of a stretch, guys, because that is an actual 66 goal improvement. If we ever hit something like that this year, I don't care if we let in the same amount of goals in as last year. If we can score that many goals, forget it. We'll be the best team in hockey. So this is what I'm hoping for this year, guys. I'm actually hoping for 10 guys for the first time in our history to get 50 points on this team. And to have the first team in history have 4 guys with 90 points. And guys, on that greedy note, before I close down, give me 1 second, guys. I want to get this down to 50. Get these lights down to 50% so I can see here at the end what it looks like. All right, we're at 50% here now. So you tell me, guys, how's the glare? Probably the glare is going to be bad in the glasses, but I hate to say it, it's worth it if I have this kind of light. If there's no glare in my glasses, I swear I'm going to drop on the ground, thank God. All right, guys, done for this one. Sorry it took too long, but this is something I really wanted to explain. I'm looking at. It breaks down to 10-4. Maybe that's all I'll call the video, 10-4 Sabres. See you in the next one, guys.